Okay, so in this video we will demonstrate you how to use Cisco packet tracer in 5 to 10 minutes. So what is use of this software? This software is used for simulating all the networks. Okay, this software is quite big enough in which you can demonstrate all kind of network. Whatever we have done in the lab, like virtual network, virtual LAN, routing protocols, and any kind of things which it can be done in the software. Okay, so I will give you some demonstration of this some important features in the software. This section you have the devices. You have to click on this. It shows the router. You have these many routers available with you. If you click here, it is a switch, and these many switches are available to you. This is the hub. These are some of the wireless devices. You can take the wireless device and you can form a wireless network also. These are some of the computers which are available to you. This is personal computer. This is server. Uh, okay, we'll be using this computer and this server only. There are some connections also. If you click on this, now these are the special cables. If you can see, this is a console, copper straight through cable, crossover cable. What we have to do is we have to select this option all the time. It will select the automatically whichever cable is required. So this is the section. Here this is the section which will give you the uh, output of ping. If you want to ping between two computers, it will give you the output of that thing. Now here there is one interesting thing. This is real time and this is the simulation time. If you change in between these two, you will get like we have seen in the Wireshark. If you go in the uh, simulation kind of thing, it will give you all the real animations. And here are some of the options. You can select the network, you can move the network if you want to move, if you want to delete anything, you can click on this. uh, okay, these are the packets which you can use for checking the whether it is connecting or not. So let's start with the small network. If I click over here and if I put some machines over here like this, so, and let's take in a switch. So this is a switch I'm taking, and let's take a router also. So this is a router, and one computer is connected to the router, and router will connect here like this. So let's connect these things. So you have to click here. Remember one thing, these red line shows you, a red dot shows you that this connection is not active, still in the progress. And if you keep your mouse over here, it will show you the interface to which it is connected. Okay, so if you keep your cursor on the device, it will show you which interface is up, what is the MAC address, and what is the number of that port which is connected to it. Okay, so now let's connect this also. You connect here. Okay, now this is the connection. Now we will see how we can assign the IP addresses. Now if you double click to this computer, you will get this prompt. Now what is this prompt? What is in this prompt? Okay, by the way, this is a switch. If you see, if you click on this, it will show you the computer. So this computer is a real computer. You have to consider. uh, if you want to attach anything, like here are some of the modules. If you click here, it will show you some of the modules over here. See, if you click like this, if you click here, it is a USB hard disk. You can take it and you can connect it like this. Okay, no, sorry. So like this you can connect. Okay, and you can switch on your computer. You can connect like headphone and all those things also. Okay, so now this next thing is configuration. Here you can find the configuration of interface. If you click here, you can switch it on, like fast Ethernet port is on. You can off also. It's a hardware address and the IP address, how you are going to assign it. if you want to get the IP by DHCP server, you can click here. Next tab will show you the again some few options. If you click here, it will give you the configuration. You can click DHCP. It will request for IP address, but there is no DHCP server, so it won't get anything. So you can assign the static address also like this. Okay, and this is the command prompt. You can use it to ping like 10.0.0.1, and it will give you the corresponding output whether it is pinging or not. Now it is not. Okay. Now see, this is we are in the simulation mode, so it is showing like this. It is requesting for DHCP server, but it is not getting any DHCP server. See, if you can see here. Okay, I will show you one more thing. If you take this kind of hub here, and if you want to delete, you can delete like this, and you have to press escape. Okay, so now we have not configured these devices. What about this switch? If you double click it, you get the number of ports. If you want to configure it, you can assign the name and all. You can configure here virtual LANs, different virtual LANs, which port should be in which virtual LAN, and you can configure that VLAN databases also here. And if you want to do by command prompt, you can do it from here. Similarly for the router, you double click the router, it shows you like this. It is now on. Now I have switched it off. You can switch on, switch off. Now suppose I want to connect this particular port, I will take it and I will put it here. If I want this to be connected, put it here and switch it on. Okay, now if you want to configure, you have to click here and switch it. The device is still booting on, so we have to wait. So let's go to the command prompt, and here it will show you that it is booting. So until and unless it doesn't start, you can't do anything. So let's wait for this to get booted completely. Okay, by the time we can do other things. Okay, now if you double click this, yeah, we'll take one server, this server, and we will connect this server to the switch. Okay, now if you double click this server, and if you go into the configuration, you get these settings. So this is DHCP server. So you have to switch it on, you have to give the pool name, you have to give default address, DNS server, starting IP address like 192.168.1.12, 192.168.18.255, and after that this configuration is saved. So similarly, like here you can have HTTP server, FTP server, DNF, all these things you can configure. And similarly here, so once you activate it, and if you are here, then you can configure it as a DHCP. Now if you see, if you click on this pad, it will show you the headers on first layer, what is that, second layer, all the details. You have to change this to real mode. Okay, now let's double click here, go to the configuration and do a DHCP, and it will request for DHCP. There is some problem, so it has failed. Okay, now go here, go to the clear and start it. This is the prompt where you will be running all the commands. So we are not going into the details of this, but you can configure RIP, BGP, OSPF and all those protocols, static routing from here itself. Okay, so I hope there is no issue with this. Now what you have to do in the assignment? In assignment, okay, there is one more option remaining. Here if you go in this place, you can have a physical location. Here what you can do is you can attach the map also, like if you do the set background and the city, and if you apply, you will get the entire city. And now what you have to do is you have to place the router over here, switch over here, you have to connect cables like this. So this is the option which they have given. Now if you double click on this, it will give you the offices. If you again click it, this is a room, this is one room, this is another room. So you can do basically a full-fledged planning for designing a network. Okay, now let's move again back into this. Now what you have to do is you have to form a network of assuming a campus, any campus, and you have to design some 3 to 4 autonomous systems. Okay, between autonomous system you will use BGP protocol. In one of the autonomous system for routing you will use static routing. In one of the autonomous in another autonomous system you will use RIP as a routing protocol. Okay, then you have to use a virtual LAN in one of the system. You are free to use DHCP server. You can use the FTP server. You can use the what do you say that, virtual LAN, and all those things which we have learned in the lab. You are going to use that. So inter to autonomous system you have to use BGP. OSPF you have to use between inter in one of the routing, static routing. You have to use FTP server also. Okay, one more thing. Now how, where you will learn if you have any doubt. So there is a very nice tutorial they have organized like this. If you click here, they will give you these options. So it will give you the how to assign the how to clustering a network topology, or how you configure it. So it will give you the all the animations, and from here you can see this. This is the example of wireless communication. These are wired communication. This is Linksys wireless router. So you are free to choose this. Okay, so we expect from you all these things in the next week. You have to use all those things which I have already mentioned. You have to use different set of IP addresses, different classes of IP addresses in different section. If you're if 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 you ping from one computer to another computer in between autonomous systems, or within the autonomous system, it should be able to ping through router. Okay, thank you. What?
Assignment question.
I said no, there is no specific question.
They can choose their own